with the clinical approach and the Eastern approach, what you will find is that they both have different ways of describing mental health issues. So within counseling and psychotherapy, they'll talk about suffering. Within Buddhism, they'll talk about what's called the dukkha, which is also suffering. And they'll talk about having a certain type of mindset. So within counseling and psychotherapy, in talking, they're trying to get you to reframe your thinking of yourself in response to what's causing you suffering. But in the secular, the clinical version of mindfulness practice, is to get people to recognize what we call their process, the way that the mind actually works. We naturally, when traumatized, can have an experience where we feel disconnected to the rest of the world. And that is a natural defensive and instinctive process for human beings to do. So in the practice of hypnotherapy and some forms of psychotherapy and within mindfulness, you can take advantage of that natural process to make a person step outside of their experience and to reflect upon that experience. And once a person is able to step out of that process, they're able to recognize how they're on autopilot. And then they begin to recognize how other people are on autopilot. And then they begin to recognize that people do suffer and people are trying to avoid suffering.